There's already a vast selection of heroes in Fatewar, and what better hero to begin our guides for than Vol, the Shadow Fury. So stick around in this video as we're gonna be starting our hero guides where we break down the skills, the pairings, the talents, and everything else in between. What is up guys, Meower here back with a brand new Fatewar video. So we're finally gonna be starting our hero guide series, and what better hero to start with than Vol.
Once you see my giant hammer, only death awaits you.
The hero that is one of the most accessible legendaries in the game, and pretty much almost everyone is gonna have him maxed super quickly and super easily. So the way we're going to be structuring these videos is as follows. We're going to be discussing the skills and the upgrade order of the skills. We're then going to be breaking down the talents, followed by the pairings, and just have a general discussion of how good this hero truly is. So with that being said, let's get started. So in Fatewar, in case you don't know, you can select which skill you want to upgrade, and you can also reset the skills in case you upgraded a skill incorrectly. So we're gonna be going with a rule of thumb for every single hero going forward, and I will re-emphasize this in every single video. However, the first skill we're always gonna be maxing first will be the first skill, which is the rage one. And for Vol, it goes as follows. Giant Flame Hammer. Gathering Ancestral Rage and swinging a giant hammer towards the target in front, dealing damage to the target and up to 2 nearby enemies, so a total of 3 enemies. When using this skill for the first time in battle, increases the skill damage by 100%. So it is a pretty straightforward AoE nuke that deals an extra 100% damage every 30 seconds. The second skill that we should be upgrading, and I didn't actually upgrade correctly because I was a bit too sleepy when I was upgrading my hero, it's gonna be his third skill, Bloodthirsty Slaughter. It is a passive skill and it reads as follows. For each nearby allied or enemy troop with less than 50% HP, increases the attack of Vol's troop by 3%, which scales up to 4% for a maximum of 16%. So it is essentially an execute type of skill that makes you stronger the more damage you deal and the less HP units are there around you. The third skill that we want to focus on upgrading will be his second skill, Pressing On. It increases your rage buildup by up to 48% while in battle for 5 seconds, and then it refreshes every 30 seconds. It's a pretty straightforward skill, so already you can see that Vol is just a rage engine that focuses purely on kiting in and out of combat and trying to avoid as much extended fights as possible. For his fourth skill, Demoralizing Strike, and this is the last skill that we will be upgrading, it reads as follows. While in combat, if the percentage of your remaining HP is more than the target's, you reduce the rage buildup by up to 12%. Now, you might be wondering, this seems pretty strong, why don't I max this second? It's because having self buffs are always more reliable than having a conditional debuff such as this one. And finally, his rage skill is a brand new awaken skill. His Awaken skill is a brand new skill. It goes as follows. High Morale. It has a 50% chance for Giant Flame Hammer to ignore 20% of the target's defense if Vol's troop is above 70%. So once you awaken him, your rage skill will have a 50% chance to ignore the target's defense as long as you're healthy. And that is it for the skills. For the talents of Vol, we're going to be taking a slightly different approach because Vol is a commander that relies on Rage Engine, however, he is not suited for being a leader. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna be tailoring his talents for the early game and going all in on the hunter tree, all the way till we unlock Victory Leaf. The first focus for you should be unlocking Spoils of War when you level up your commander up to level 22. And this essentially guarantees resource packs every time you kill a Blackforge, which will then help you snowball your resource income and help you increase the amount of upgrades that you can get in the early game, as well as getting increased XP and consuming less stamina when you're hunting Blackforged. Also, the remainder of the tree will help you deal more damage and take overall less damage from the Blackforge. And finally, Victory Leaf will help you heal your troops every single time you defeat one, helping you stay out longer out on the field so you can farm more. And finally, we're going to go into the skill tree to finalize this build by going straight for strategic insight and getting call of the pack. The remainder of the talent points will be up to you. These are the core, and sooner or later you're going to be putting Vol as a secondary anyways. And now for the pairings. Some of the best pairings for Vol are pretty accessible heroes. One of them is Sarah and the other is Balder. And the reason why you pair them with any of those two is that they give him the much needed survivability that he desperately needs. Since he is a rage engine and he doesn't provide any stats whatsoever, someone like Sarah, especially for farming Blackforged, gives him the much needed sustain to stay out longer out on the field and giving him a nice little debuff that he can utilize in order to hit harder and stronger. Also, you always want to have the commanders that have the debuff as a primary so you can apply it and then apply your full nuke, with of course the exception of Vista, but we will cover that in her own video. Overall, Vol is just a rage engine that deals damage in longer periods. So you don't want to use him for extended fights, you want to kite and wait for his rage skill to refresh so you can deal more damage. Also, he is considered a B tier hero. I will be releasing a comprehensive tier list with reasoning for every single hero, but for now, he is essentially a B tier. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Be on the lookout for more guides coming out for the rest of the heroes as well on the tier list. You do not want to miss out on those. And, well, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Meow meow. If you enjoyed this video, click here to watch the next video. Oh, meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow.